All right, good afternoon, Duffers. It is Friday afternoon. We are live here in the Duffers Review 19th hole, where all Duffers come in to talk about all things in golf this week. This week was a good one. There was a lot of new things in golf this week. I'm pretty excited. We're going to jump right in here to the Rocket Mortgage Championship. We got into it. Me and Greg got into it last week, making our predictions, seeing where we were going to finally land. We both managed to pick the winner this week. Good guy out there, Ricky Fowler. What a showing! The guy has proved to be just a steadfast study. With him and Butch Hartman, just getting back to his game, getting back into his rhythm, absolutely staying confident in his ability to overcome the obstacles, to overcome each tournament, being in the top five, just knowing he's just finally going to break through. We all saw it come down to a playoff with Morikawa and Hadwin. What a way to go down. I mean, they just couldn't have made it any more of a dramatic, tournament out there at the Detroit Golf Club. And it was such an interesting final putt. This was my excitement for the whole tournament. Is you're watching it, everyone's on pins and needles, you're sitting on the edge of your seat. Ricky stands over that 12-footer, and I like the way Ricky putts. That first stroke, push through, he doesn't look up. He putts without looking at the hole. So that was really, really unique. And in hearing him even in a later interview, talk about it, that first, 6 feet, he's not even looking at it. So when he looks up and to see that it's trending right on line, goes in, falls in, and that just it's almost classic now to look at the way he just kind of stood there. And I don't necessarily think it was disbelief. I think in his interview, I think it was on the Smiley Show, where he basically said, finally, it's over. The winless streak is over. It was 1,610 days since being here last in Phoenix, the Phoenix Open for his last win. So to go almost 4 years winless, to just let that soak in. And I think everyone saw it. We all saw it in the pictures and the photos of his caddy, just absolutely, going nuts for it. So it was really great. I think it's good to be back. It's good to be back for Ricky. It's good to see now what's going to happen, going into this week, going into, the Open. That's going to be a really interesting, footprint to see where, Ricky shows up ready to play. I think he's absolutely going to be in contention because I think a lot of the hurdles he was fighting in the last month, just breaking records left and right. I think that's one of the big things there, just being able to break records left and right. You got it, Jason. Big Dick Rick. I'm telling you, he just came through. And that's just such a, excitement for what we're looking for, right now in golf. For me, I'm a huge Tiger fan. I normally, watch when Tiger's playing. So when he's not, you need to have some sort of excitement. You need to have that hero, that drive to come towards, one of you should sit there and watch and just dive in. I think there's a lot of great new names. Morikawa, Hadwin, all these guys were pushing on, the final day here. We're rolling in. I still think for whatever reason, the venues they're choosing or something, and here it's a debate, Jason. Let me ask you this: since you're tuned in, do you think the courses right now are playing a little too easy? 24 under. We talked about this last week. Granted, these guys are all pros, and I'm all for that. But I think some of these courses. Do you like seeing this, negative 24? Does this give that, holy smokes, let's run out and play this course? There's been a change or something in the last, few, 4 or 5 tournaments, seeing these just dramatically low scores. And it's not just a few. The field, all the way down to what I would consider normal playing conditions. Right? Where, all right, so to Jason's point here, he goes, let me show this. Here he goes, I'd rather see 8 under win a tournament. If 8 under was going to win the tournament, 52 players were under 8 under. That to me just I don't know. That just this seems like these courses seem to be playing way too easy for these professionals. I have no doubt. I go out there, I'll be like 52 over. From a Duffer standpoint, but I also love to drink stuff from the course when we play and stuff like that. So it's just unique to see these courses and these scores just dramatically, just going way down. So it's very unique to see that, but it's good to see Ricky's back. It's definitely one of those that we'll walk off the the Ricky subject here. Big Dick Rick, he's swinging, he's got his groove back. So I was glad to see him back. The tournament was a very, very good tournament, all the way around. All right, so coming up though, we have the Open. We're going overseas. We're going to see some stuff here. So now here's what's really interesting. There's some big names that are going to be missing the 151st Open Championship. And I was reading it. It's make sure I get my sources right. It was a Yahoo article. I was reading this through. Here's what's really cool. So for me, I was reading this. The Open Championship is essentially open to any golfer with a handicap index of 0.04 or better. So this is casting a net that's just absolutely wide. It just gives you a whole bunch of people that can show up to do this. The world's top 50 automatically get to go as well as major winners in the past 5 years. Previous Open winners, qualifiers to the PGA Tours Tournament Championship, top 10 finishers last year, and various other tournaments winners with the highest finishers. However, pros outside of the top 50 have to go through final qualifying, right? To go for the cut. So let's talk about this for a second. So there's going to be some big names missing. So obviously, I don't think there goes a 19th hole here that, without me talking about it, sorry, my moderator's chinging me. The number one man, I'm going to talk about Tiger Woods, right? He's a 3-time, champion golfer in the year. It was, but he's slowing down. He had the fusion surgery for his ankle, so hopefully he'll be able to come back and walk on it again. But that's a big name, to be. I think we watched it and witnessed it last year, right? I think last year watching him come across the bridge for one final walk, one final pass, I guess you would say, was something to behold. Right. I think a lot of us knew, a lot of us big Tiger fans. I think we realized right then and there that was kind of like the last time Tiger was going to walk that, and maybe in a very, very competitive manner. And if you're a true Tiger fan and you listen to him talk, he doesn't like to show up to a tournament that he truly doesn't feel like he can go out and win. I think he's done a lot more. I don't want to say promotional, but I think he's done a little bit more. I'm out here to kind of play with the guys. And it might be a fan's last tour, last stand type of perception, or view. I don't know. Let me know. You guys tell me what you think about that. That here. Throw it in the chat. As you see, I'm monitoring it this time. So hey. But the other big names that we're not going to see, this coming week is Will Zalatoris. This is very kind of unique. He is went out for back surgery in September. He was the world number 8 until he goes under the 9th. He was missed every major this year, as well as a chance to make the Ryder Cup. So he's still 13th in the world, despite having not played since March. He's, tied 28 was his last one before having to go out. I'm like that. Sergio Garcia. I don't know. This is another one of those, you start to play, PGA versus Live, whatever. He's I don't know. He's not qualifying. He hasn't done enough to make it. He's not going to be going. So I'm not going to give too much to Garcia. He's not one of my favorite guys anyways. Lee Westwood, he said at the start of the year he needed to schedule and see where qualifying was going for the Open Championship. Westwood explained. He said, I knew it was going to be a busy week. Knew that I played in Valderrama. Thought it was a good opportunity to play my first seniors event, and at the end of the Seniors Open Championship, which is the week after the Open. So he decided to step out. Ian Poulter said the same thing, right? I feel better, stronger with competing here on Live, and he said, as Lee said, if the qualifying date wasn't the date it was, maybe I'd have qualified or attempted to try and qualify. So Ian Poulter's out. Everyone's new favorite, fan, the Club Pro out here in California, actually at one of the courses I played often. I used to live right up the road. Michael Block. He's too far of a qualifier for him to qualify. He said he was unable to make it through after rounds of a 77 to 76. So he missed it. He claimed closer to advancing to the U.S. Open, qualifying in June, but he'd surely be excited to see if it was valid in the next year for the PGA Championship again. So he's excited to go back here next year. He just couldn't pull it off. The sun shines, on golfers, every once in a while. Daniel Berger. Here's and maybe you guys have some insight on this one. All right. He was the former world number 12, has been somewhat of a forgotten man in golf and misses his 5th consecutive major, having still not teed up since last June's U.S. Open. He is out with injury in his lower back and was set to play for the U.S. qualifier last month before withdrawing. The 4-time PGA Tour winner posted a swing video on Instagram. So there's hope that he'll be back for competing in the near future. All right, so now here's one I'm going to tell you straight up as a duffer. I don't even know who Daniel Berger is. So this is one of those that I'm kind of like, okay, who is he? But this, I think, is also part of the debate you've heard us talk about here multiple times. Live golfers disappearing. All of a sudden, these names we've never heard start climbing up the ranks. Looking over, the top 24, in last week's tournament, and I can tell you, almost over 50% names I've never even heard before, and seen and or played before in regards to the tour. I love Jason's idea. I love this. I put this out here. Let Charlie Woods play. Here's my prediction on this. So, Jason, I'm going to give you the shout out on this one. Here's my prediction. I think you're going to see a lot of great players like Ricky. He's going to get a couple wins. I think Jordan pops through this year. Rory is going to make a storm somewhere this year. But I think this is right here, and you heard it here on the 19th hole. I think Charlie Woods is the next phenom golfer to run down his father's legacy. I think he's the only one who has the ultimate chance to do so. Not only the fact that he's coming from Tiger's camp, and obviously he's got all the, capabilities and stuff inside there to do so. But I posted on the socials this week a video of Tiger and Charlie. This is like watching a mini-me at its finest. Mannerisms to the allergies, to the little nose rubs, to the club twist. I absolutely agree with, Jason here 100%. Let Charlie play. I think the biggest thing that Tiger has been doing for him, that I hope he did, like his father did for him, is trying to teach Charlie to play through what will be a Tiger mania perspective. This is one of those. It's kind of like when Jordan's, sons tried to go play in the NBA. Dude, there's no bigger shadow on the planet than everyone sitting there going, are you going to be better than your dad? When he's considered the GOAT, right? I think for Charlie, it's one tournament at a time, right? I think hopefully as he progresses, he gets older and he actually, let's say he starts winning, he puts up that, 15th, 20th win and he truly has his sights set. Because he said it a few times. He's after, he's made it clear golf is kind of a direction. But if you look at history, I mean, you don't see too many that can come outside of GOAT status shadows, right? Those are huge, huge, shoes to fill. I think, however, as long as the Live PGA, whatever, doesn't mess up golf in its entirety, he's the prediction I'm putting out there. He's the one I think has the capabilities to do so, and, at its finest. So, Jason, I agree with you 100%. Let Charlie play. I can't wait till the next father-son tournament. I can't wait till he's actually, a collegiate player, because I think this is one of those. If anyone wasn't a Vegas bettor, that's a guaranteed C note every week for me, for him to win a tournament. For a gambling man, because I think he's going to shake up the world when he finally gets a chance to play. Right. All right. Let's go to where we at next. All right, here we go. So I'm a huge, reviewer. I love to review different things. I love to come on here and review different things where we talk all things golf. This coming week here for everybody out there is Prime Day. So Prime Day is July 11th and 12th. I'm not going to go down a whole super list of options, but what's one of the gadgets you have that you have to take onto the course? All right, outside of my filming gear for reviewing golf courses and stuff like that. For me, one of the number one things I would love to take onto the course, just because there's so much preparation and stuff like that, is actually an Apple AirTag. I have an Apple AirTag on my golf bag, hidden inside of the the seam. So when I'm traveling or anything, I know my gear is with me at any given point in time. I'm always checking it when I hit the plane. My number one golf gadget for me, the number one, is make sure I always have my gear. Right? There's nothing worse than go anywhere and feel like you're not going to have your gear. So that is an ultimate gadget piece for me. However, Prime Day, there's a 4-pack that's going to be available for $99. So there's my ultimate, the Apple AirTag 4-pack, $90 on Apple's on Prime Day, 11th through the 12th. Now, the other thing to get, I'll talk about, is called Putterball Golf Pong Game Set. It's basically beer pong, but with putters. All right, it's a little putting mat. You putt with it, and you put it out there, which I think is great for backyard, kind of summer, in the fun. Get out there, it's a great drinking game, and that's what we do. Duffers, we're out there, we're drinking, right? You got to get out there and have some fun. But last but not least, the other item I will talk about that here was. I lied already. I don't know what the third one was. I'm sorry. My speakers. That's what the last one was. Sorry, guys. I was brain freezing there. Is golf speakers. So here's the ultimate question. What, love to see it, throw it in the comments, what you guys think your guys' best golf speakers are when you go out there. For me, mine are these little guys right here. They are spectacular. All right. Let's see if I show you. This little guy right here, as you can see here on the camera, it's got a magnet here on the back, post up, but here's what I love about it. They can come in pairs. You can get them on Amazon as well. These come in pairs, and you can also sync them. So I have a set of 2, ordered another set, so I can have to my riding cart. You can put those on there and magnet them up onto the crossbars up there where I put my phone caddy and everything like that. So, and you could pair up to like 200 of these things. They have great range on there, and I thought it was one of the coolest little devices for them to be up there and have a surround sound type of feeling out on the golf cart. So that is my golf gadget, for the week. Talk about it. The only reason I talked about 3 specifically is because we've got Prime Day, which I think some of the best things in golf come out. Especially for us reviewers to get out here and grab as much gear to talk about and see what's working and what's not working in Prime Day. All right. Summer golf tips and trips. So this one here in 2 weeks, I'm actually going to be taking a trip down to Puerto Rico. This is actually a really, really exciting for me because I'm going to go down and be playing the course that Michael Jordan, I'm originally from Chicago, so I'm a big, Bulls fan, but he hosts his tournament down there in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'll be playing a couple courses down there and reviewing those for you guys for vacation golf. What is really, really exciting about this here is we're going down, and I get the opportunity this year to actually take my brother with me. And we're going to be doing some tours of some local breweries and stuff like that as well. So it's going to be the whole gamut. So we're going to talk about our travel down there. We're going to talk about accommodations. We're going to be talking about the local cuisine. Also the alcohol. It's Duffer, right? You kind of have some fun with the alcohol and stuff as well. And then we're also going to be reviewing golf courses. And obviously some travel things to do. What's really great is my father is a master diver. So we are going to put scuba on the agenda as well. So we're going to give you a full gamut and view of vacation golf at its finest for being out in Puerto Rico in roughly about 2 weeks. And I still will be doing the 19th hole live and direct from Puerto Rico. So that one is going to be interesting. So we're going to find a cool place to post up, give you guys a full scene out there. Maybe we even do it from the golf course with some of the local pros. But it's going to be a fun one. So don't miss out. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and get that notification so you can see us go live a couple times while we're out there in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So that's going to be the summer tips and trips on that one. And again, so the tip here is always when traveling, put your Apple Air tag hidden in your golf bag, because I had a buddy who just had it latched on, got his bag stolen, and he's like, I'm gonna go follow it, I'm gonna go get it, I got my air tag. And he found the air tag right there at the golf bag stand on the ground. So make sure you hide the air tag somewhere within sides. I've sewn it on the inside of my actual golf bag. There's your tip. Make sure you hide that air tag so it can be found later. Last but not least, I'm sure for you guys that are on social media and have been out there, just doing things, IG's got a new thread. So we're threading. I don't know. It's better than tweeting, I guess. We're threading. It sounds just a little bit cooler. And we're going to be doing Duffer Donuts, a few tips and questions and stuff every morning on thread just to get out there and see, some more ideas. I would really like to know where you guys think the best golf courses should be played, right? Or should be reviewed, right? My whole goal as Duffers Review is to go out there and let you know where's the best bang for your buck, right? Again, so the way Duffers Review works is we go out and review golf courses on a scale of $0 to $50, being a beer rating. You just saw us post cold water. And then we go from 51 to 100 being mixed drinks. And then anything over $100 being premium shots, all right, being your premier courses. Now, here's the true factor. If you've watched any of our stuff on YouTube or you've watched any of our reviews on these golf courses, just because a golf course comes in at $100, or more, and they're claiming it to be a premium course, I'll be the first one to tell you, we'll be the judge of that, right? I've played many of courses that are just not worth the price of admission. And I think paying over $100, it should be a very special course, right? The course should be maintained from tee box to green, right? Because you're spending a lot of money, hard-earned money, where a lot of Duffers don't get to go out as often as privileged and lucky enough that I'm able to go out and review courses for you guys. So when you're spending that money, and this is what we do at Duffers Review, is we ensure that we pay for our rounds, right? And you'll never see us do a review on a golf course for free. Because free golf is free golf. That should be an epic round wherever you're playing, unless it's Awatuki. All right, you guys all know I disdain that course. But our goal is to give you the true insight, right? Anything from vacation golf, as we're talking about in 2 weeks, to our episodes that we did down in Cabo and Cancun, to the courses we've played out in California, Colorado, Portland, Oregon, Las Vegas, Nevada. There's a lot of great courses that we try to go in there, and we try to review a beer, a mixed drink, and a premium course in each one of those. In August, we're out in Vegas, and we're playing Bali High. And we're going to be playing another one for the tournament. Can't remember for the life of me off the top of my head, but it's going to be playing 3 different courses, and we're going to give you the reviews on those as well. I already tell everybody right now, I think Bali High is a very unique course, but it's not a premium course. It's unique. It's got concept. It's got a cool play multiple different holes that have been established or replicated from around the world. But I don't think it's a premium course. It's a mixed strength course at best. So to give you guys an idea of that footprint. So check us out on the new IG thread. We're going to be dropping absolute duffer nonsense is really what it's going to come down to, and asking you guys questions of what we should play, or even products you want to see reviewed. All right, let me know. We'll buy it up. We'll send it out. We'll send it through the ringer. All right. So I'm here to help you as a duffer and a duffer in its own right, to give you the best review out there. All right. So that's it for me this week. I appreciate everybody for jumping on. Let's just real fast here. I'm going to give the shout out again. Jason, you do have a package on the way. I appreciate you logging in and jumping in and watching everything going down. You got some Duffer swag headed out your way. For everyone else, like, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification button so you know when we're going to be on talking about the latest and greatest in golf each week. And check out the new threads. All right. Peace, everybody.